Here are 15 of the best Ask Reddit stories for today. I hope you enjoy and remember to subscribe. It really helps us out. We post new videos every day.
What movie would be insanely weird if it included a shebang scene? Back to the Future, Toy Story, Cars, that video in shop class where they show accidents from power tool misuse, Home Alone. Are kids gonna egg my house? I would do on your lawn. You're so fucked up, I love it. With the price of eggs, you might want to pick up all the rocks around your house. You'd be safer with dinner creamers or little jellies. What should be normalized? 4-day work week. Changing your opinion on something or admitting you are wrong doesn't make you a hypocrite or a douche. Discussing salaries. The concept that men can be abused too. Men complimenting each other. Would you give candy to an adult trick-or-treater? If they were wearing a good costume? As long as they have a costume, they get candy. Yes, I give candy to anyone at my door. Costume, no matter the age. Never judge. Who knows, they may have an intellectual disability, or maybe they weren't allowed before. I refuse to deny anyone. I've had teens show up with no costume and a backpack. Who's to say the candy isn't their only meal? Be kind. It's very easy to do. I'm dressing up as Beetlejuice while I take my son trick-or-treating. I hope I get candy lamau. Yes, cuz I'm that adult trick-or-treater. Life pro tip: your safety is more important than someone else's feelings. If you ever get a bad vibe from someone, do what you can to distance yourself from them. It's better to be wrong than to be a victim. Was walking on the sidewalk to a bar last night. A few steps in, I noticed a man sitting under the most shaded area under a tree on the sidewalk about 10 feet in front of me. Normally I would have just kept walking, but something about this particular situation just felt off. For a split moment I thought I should just keep walking where I was so I don't come off as rude, but I decided instead to step out into the street that's well lit and walk that instead. The man then said, "You smart for moving cause I was about to jump you." I just kept walking and didn't respond. He could have been joking, but with the feeling I got about him and my intuition, I believed I dodged a major bullet. Had I kept walking in the sidewalk to be nice, who knows what could have happened. Daughter cheers for her dad at his graduation.
Ashish Sunil Nalawede.
How did you lose your V card? And at what age? 19, drunk with an exchange student from Korea. She laughed at the end and there was a weird silence, so I went back to my dorm right downstairs, but realized I didn't have my key on me and my roommate was asleep, so I went back to her room and awkwardly asked if I could stay with her. Next day she asked me to never speak of what we did. Lol, I lost it at 16, but I'm pretty sure it's starting to grow back. I don't lose my V card, I win my V card. I currently am undefeated and have 6 of them. I was 15. It was after a high school football game where some kid picked a fight with me. It wasn't a complete beatdown, but I didn't win the fight. I had just started seeing a girl and I think she felt bad for me and didn't walk away when we got back to my place, and I offered to show her the black light in my bedroom. About a minute into it I heard my sister opening the front door and we had to stop. That was more than enough time. Walking trail at Buraco do Padre, Brazil. Don't mind the visitor who trips off the trail. What annoys the freaking heck out of you? No communication in the hecking workplace, like my bad for not reading your dang mind. Unable to zonk. People who belittle people to impress other people when I know they are just insecure losers. Fruit flies. Littering. Come on, collect your garbage in a bag, drive through a gas station and throw it away. Takes 10 seconds, if that. Also, smacking. Chew with your heckin' mouth closed. What's cool in the eyes of most high schoolers but is actually cringe? Vaping, driving like an idiot and or having a loud car. Adults who hang out with them. Telling people how mature you are. Being popular for the wrong reasons. As soon as you graduate all that starts over. Better to not rely on being popular and prepare. Most high schoolers. You are sentenced to unalive and the judge lets you pick whatever you want as your execution method. What do you pick? Surgically implant a small boom boom in my head, then give someone else the detonator and explicit instructions to wait for good comedic timing. Strapped to a missile, shot into air, and blown up by a laser cannon. Shoot me into space on a trip to Mars, for science of course. Make me go kaboom pow boing. Rooster blocking roommates. What show will you never get tired of rewatching? Star Trek: The Next Generation. Band of Brothers. Whose line is it anyway? Twilight Zone, King of the Hill. Non-Americans, what do you think every American person has in their house? Cereal. Plastic bags. Drywall. Lots of drywall. Oh, the washing machines where you put everything in the top. This fascinated me when we visited the States. They're huge. Peanut butter. Came here looking for jokes. Found a bunch of people describing my home. Air conditioning. Today I messed up by washing Hub's iPad in a washer. Pretty much the title says it. I am so sad right now I don't even know what to do. I got home from an extremely hard day at work. I dumped my dirty dusty clothes into my laundry basket and dumped it into the washer. I didn't look inside and didn't hear anything crazy because I was just out of it at this point. And when my husband went to get the clothes to put into the dryer, he found his iPad Pro bent and broken. His spirit shattered in front of me and he just walked it to the trash and threw it out. Put his hands up in defeat and told me not to say anything to him. He's sleeping next to me and hasn't said anything. He's asked me to just not bother him for the night and I feel terrible. I found out he put the iPad in there to prevent the nephew from trying to find it, but why in the laundry basket? And then I f***ed up. I just got home from a 2-day trip for work. I felt lazy and usually just dump my clothes in like this. And now I've learned, grab and place. And he has too. He's learned never to hide it in there again. I just always feel like no matter what, something has to happen in our relationship to cause some turmoil. We were so happy I was home and now he's not even talking or looking at me because of this. Now I'm just venting. But Tifu. Sorry Hubs. How do you usually respond to a homeless person asking you for money? I'm one missed paycheck from asking you the same thing. I don't carry cash, which is true, because I don't carry cash. My phone is encrypted and biometrically locked, and the cards I carry are easily cancelled and replaced. Gotta make it so if you get mugged you don't have to do much after handing it all over. If you're from a city, you just block them out. I'm from Vancouver. If I acknowledged every homeless person I would never get to where I need to go. I live downtown in a major city. I get asked for money about 5x/day. I just smile and keep walking. I regularly buy water and food for the ones that sleep near my apartment that I see repeatedly.